His smile was always caught on camera. Steve Harvey could steal the show whether he was hosting Family Feud, making jokes on stage, or giving real-life advice that made people cry. But fans didn't see the quiet storm that was building behind that million-dollar smile. The bright lights and loud cheers couldn't show it. Steve and his wife Marjorie looked like they were very happy from the outside. He dressed very well and was the king of comedy and talk shows. She was stylish, beautiful, and everywhere. It was fun to see them on red carpets, hear them laugh in interviews, and see how romantic their social media posts were. Still, there's more going on behind the scenes that you can't see. There were rumors going around. They were quiet at first, but then they got louder. Fans began to wonder, was something wrong? Were the Harvey family hiding something? Steve Harvey's journey. Steve Harvey was born in the small West Virginia town of Welch on January 17, 1957. His real name is Brick Stephen Harvey. His dad Jesse worked in a coal mine, and his mom Eloise ran the home. Steve had 4 brothers who were older. Fun fact, his name comes from the name of an actor, Brick Crawford. While he was a child, Steve had a serious stutter, but that didn't stop him. During 6th grade, he wrote that he hoped to be on TV one day. His teacher thought he was being smart, but his dad had faith in him. After a while, Steve became popular and sent that teacher a TV every Christmas to show that dreams do come true. After that, Steve's family moved to Cleveland, Ohio and lived on East 112th Street. That street was named after Steve Harvey Way in 2015. He finished from high school in 1974 and went to college at Kent State, but he didn't finish. He later said that he failed and felt bad that he didn't finish his degree. Steve had every kind of job you can think of before he took on fame. He worked as a mailman, cleaned floors, sold insurance, and boxed a lot of things. He did stand up for the first time in Cleveland in 1985. But the trip wasn't easy. He was without a home for 3 years and slept in his car and took showers at gas stations. He got small jobs and help along the way from 2 kind people named Rich and Becky Liss. In 1990, when he led the Showtime at the Apollo, he made a big splash. That led to more shows like The Steve Harvey Show and the famous Kings of Comedy Tour with Bernie Mac, D.L. Huey, and Cedric the Entertainer. Steve didn't stop there. He was on talk shows, in movies, and even wrote a #1 bestseller called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which was later turned into a hit movie. Steve Harvey's life is a story of determination, faith, and never giving up. He went from stuttering as a child to becoming a TV star. Steve Harvey became the host of Family Feud in September 2010, and the show's numbers have been going up ever since. He left the show after the longest run of any host and went on to host Celebrity Family Feud on ABC, a game show where celebrities fight for charity. Harvey caused a stir in 2011 when he called Cornel West and Tavis Smiley Uncle Toms for attacking President Obama. He later said sorry for what he said, but he stood by his view. Harvey made people laugh for 27 years before his last show at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas in 2012. In his 2-hour live show, he thanked his fans for supporting him over the years as a comedian. Harvey made his talk show Steve Harvey in Chicago the same year. This man was nominated for 2 Daytime Emmys at the same time in 2013. One was for Best Talk Show Host and the other was for Best Game Show Host. A star was also put on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for him. Harvey was the host of the 2015 Miss Universe event, but she picked the wrong winner. He fixed the problem right away and told both people he was sorry. He kept hosting the event for a few more years after the mistake. Harvey gave an inspiring and motivational speech in 2016 about keeping true to your natural gifts. His book Jump is based on that speech and tells people to take a leap of trust in their lives. In the same year, he helped make the popular show Little Big Shots, on which kids talk to him and show off their skills. He ran it until 2019. In 2017, he merged all of his projects into one business called Steve Harvey Global. It includes planning events, having TV rights around the world, and gatherings like Sand and Soul. He was also the host of Fox's New Year's Eve specials and even officiated a live wedding on TV. Even though some people didn't like what Harvey said, he apologized and kept going, always trying to learn from his mistakes and stay in touch with his audience. About his daily life. Steve Harvey has been married 3 times and is proud to have 7 kids, 4 of whom are his own and 3 who arrived through marriage. From his first marriage to Marcia Harvey, he has twin girls named Brandy and Carly and a son named Brick Jr. After that he married Mary Shackelford again and had a son named Winton. There was no more marriage after 2005. After that in 2011, a judge in Texas said that Mary had been lying about their split and that she wasn't worse off financially than she had said. Steve got married again to Marjorie Bridges in 2007, and he often says that she is the reason he changed and became a better person. Marjorie brought 3 kids into the marriage: Morgan, Jason, and Lori. Steve fully made them his own. It looks like the family is close, and Steve now has 5 grandchildren. He is married to Amanda, and they have 3 kids. One child was born to Morgan and her husband Kareem, and another was born to Carly and her husband Ben. Carly is one of Steve's twin girls. Steve, his family, spent some time in 2 places at the same time. They lived in Atlanta and Chicago. He taped his radio show and Family Feud in Atlanta, and he taped his NBC talk show in Chicago. He moved everything to Los Angeles in late 2018. This included his talk show, radio show, and Family Feud. In 2017, Steve got in trouble for talking with Donald Trump, who was then president-elect. A lot of people, mostly black people, told him he was wrong for doing that. When asked, Steve said that he thought talking to Trump would help make some good changes. Steve tells the truth about his religion when it comes to his own views. He often says that his success is because he believes in God because he is a Christian. He also talks a lot about religious harmony. He has shown a lot of respect for other faiths, especially Islam. In fact, he once said that there must be more than one way to heaven. Steve has been eating only plants to improve his health. He says it's for his health, and he's talked about his experience and given tips on his TV shows. Miss Universe 2015 caused a stir. During the December 20, 2015 broadcast of the Miss Universe show in Las Vegas, host Steve Harvey made a huge mistake that quickly became one of the most talked about events in TV history. Harvey got it wrong when she said that Miss Philippines Pia Alonzo Gebios Bach was the winner, not Miss Colombia Ariadna Gutierrez. Harvey went back on stage to fix his mistake after Gutierrez was crowned and started her victory lap. He told the contestants that he had read the results card wrong. He said that the card showed the winner and the first runner-up, and that he had called the first runner-up the winner by mistake. Harvey said he was the only one to blame for what happened and that it was all his fault. It was a mistake that made both contestants confused and upset. Gutierrez had to give up her crown right after she was named the winner. Wurzbach, who was the real winner, was worried about Gutierrez because the situation was so complicated. Harvey told both the contestants and the viewers he was sorry live on air. He wrote, "I'd like to apologize to Miss Colombia and Miss Philippines from the bottom of my heart for my huge mistake. I feel terrible." But the names of both countries were spelled wrong in his first tweet, which he later fixed. The Miss Universe organization also released a statement saying they were sorry for the mistake and the confusion it caused. They praised both contestants for being professional and calm during the incident. Harvey went on to host future Miss Universe pageants, showing his strength and professionalism in the face of trouble. The mistake from 2015 is still a great example of how dangerous live TV can be and how important it is to take responsibility and handle mistakes with grace. Insensitive jokes about Asian men. In January 2017, Steve Harvey was heavily attacked for making racist jokes about Asian men on his show. In a January 6th show, he made fun of a 2002 book called How to Date a White Woman, a practical guide for Asian men. Harvey joked that black or white women would not date Asian men, and he also said, "I don't even like Chinese food." His comments were met with widespread criticism, and Eddie Hang, author of Fresh Off the Boat, wrote an opinion piece in the New York Times expressing his disappointment. He said that jokes like these reinforce harmful stereotypes that make Asian men less manly in society and the media. After the backlash, Harvey posted an apology on Twitter. "I deeply regret hurting anyone, especially Asian people. That was not my intention, and the joke was never meant to be disrespectful or mean at all." This event, even after the apology, showed how important it is for public figures with large followings to be culturally aware. It reminded everyone of how words can reinforce stereotypes and the responsibility that comes with having influence. Steve Harvey's wealth. His rise to become a multi-millionaire is truly inspiring. About $200 million is thought to be his net worth as of 2024. It's easy to see why, given how many roles he plays. He started out as a stand-up comedian, doing small shows and even sleeping in his car for a few years. But he didn't give up, and he eventually became one of the most famous faces on American TV. Harvey makes most of his money from hosting TV shows. He has been the host of Family Feud since 2010, and the success of the show made him famous. He is said to make about $10 million a year from Family Feud alone. He has also been in charge of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, a nationally syndicated radio show that made about $20 million a year in its prime. He has also been on other shows such as Little Big Shots, Celebrity Family Feud, and even the Miss Universe pageant. Although the time he announced the wrong winner in 2015 was a turning point for different reasons, Harvey's success isn't limited to radio and TV. He's also written several best-selling books, with Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man being one of the most popular. That book was later turned into a successful movie, which made him even more money and expanded his brand beyond comedy and hosting. His writings have made him a go-to expert for relationship and life advice, and he's now often hired for high-paying motivational speaking events. In 2017, Harvey started his business empire, Steve Harvey Global, which includes all of his businesses, from fashion and events to comedy and digital content production. He also works with his wife Marjorie to run Harvey Events, a company that specializes in high-end experiences. He also supports educational programs like Vault Empowers, which aims to give young professionals more power. Harvey enjoys the fruits of his labor in luxury real estate. He is said to have bought a $15 million mansion in Beverly Hills in 2020 and also owns other homes, including one in Atlanta. Harvey has said many times that his true riches are his faith, his family, and his determination. His wealth empire is not just the result of his genius, it's also the result of decades of hard work, business sense, and the belief that hard work does pay off. Accusations of joke theft. Comedian Cat Williams has rekindled his longtime feud with Steve Harvey by saying that he stole material from Mark Curry's sitcom Hanging with Mr. Cooper for the Steve Harvey Show. On the Club Shay podcast, Williams criticized Harvey's skills, saying that Harvey would not have made it as a movie star. Williams also said that even though Hollywood makes a lot of scripts every year, none of them fit Harvey's character. The Williams-Harvey feud started in 2008 when Williams challenged Harvey to a stand-up comedy duel. While this was going on, Curry played Harvey on his NBC chat show and attacked him for stealing his material, especially during Halloween. These accusations came up again, but neither Curry's nor Harvey's representatives said anything about them. However, actress Angela Means, who played Felicia in Friday, agreed with Curry's story and said Harvey stole jokes from several other people as well. In an honest interview with Comedy Hype, Means confirmed rumors that Steve Harvey has been stealing jokes from the beginning of his career. However, she also said that comedians who are still complaining about it after all these years need to stop. Means didn't hold back when she talked about the claims by Cat Williams and Mark Curry that the Family Feud host stole a Halloween joke for his own show. She made it very clear that she thought stealing a joke was wrong, but she also said that everyone does it sometimes to get the timing right, and even famous people do it when they've lost their edge. In Harvey's case, she said that it didn't help or hurt his career as a comedian. Steve Harvey will steal a joke. She said it was rude and that a lot of people were stealing jokes. She also said that you almost had to steal jokes in the beginning of your career to figure out what time it was. She also said that Richard Pryor stole jokes. Neen says that Steve Harvey thought he was the king and could handle that joke. She also says that many people stole from Curry. Everyone stole from Mark Curry, she says. Mark Curry was one of the most prolific minds of comedy. He would riff and people would say, he's never going to say that again. The funny man would do a 20 in it right off the top of his head, she remembered. I'm going to take that. But also he needs to release Steve Harvey and let Steve Harvey let the chips fall where they may, Neen said, adding, Mark Curry has forgotten more comedy that he said than most people have written. Steve Harvey didn't make it off of Mark Curry's UPS Halloween joke.
Trust me, he didn't get any chances off of Mark Curry's Halloween bit. Listen, to Steve Harvey's defense, when you have that much cheddar in the bank, that much cheese, you lose things in your life that you can use that are funny. So you have to reach back. Means did tell Comedy Hype that there was one comedian, Jamal Hanna, among many others, who did check Harvey on stealing other people's work. Harvey wasn't stopped though. His joke stealing was made public when Cat Williams criticized the original king of comedy in an interview with Shannon Sharpe for Fiery Club Shay Sha in January. After he talked about it, the internet found examples of Harvey stealing jokes, as well as examples of his friend Cedric the Entertainer stealing a joke from Pimp and Pimpin' in TV shows like Designing Women, along with claims of cheating. Steve Harvey's second marriage to Mary Shackelford ended in 2005, but their divorce is still talked about in public because of ongoing arguments and claims. Shackelford publicly accused Harvey of cheating on her during their marriage, saying she had seen proof of it as early as their second anniversary. She also said that Harvey's current wife, Marjorie, was cheating on her while they were together. However, court documents from their divorce case say that the marriage ended because of major disagreements and not cheating. The documents also say that Marjorie was not involved in the initial divorce case and was not to blame for the marriage ending. Mary Shackelford also said that she went bankrupt after the divorce, but court records show that she was given 3 houses, a $1.5 million payment, and $40,000 a month, until 2009. Steve Harvey was also given primary custody of their son Winton, and Mary sent him to his father on her own. When Mary broke a gag order and talked about the divorce in public and said bad things about Harvey in 2011, the judge found her in contempt of court and put her in jail for 30 days. Mary has continued to speak out against Harvey, like when she sued him for $60 million in 2017, saying that he had caused her emotional distress before and after they got married. The case was thrown out by a judge in 2018. Steve Harvey has denied multiple accusations of adultery and abuse. He has spoken out in defense of his wife Marjorie, saying she was not involved in his first marriage and that they started dating after his divorce from Mary. In addition to the court decisions and denials from Harvey, the public fight between him and Mary Shackelford continues to get attention as Mary continues to make accusations and Harvey continues to deny them. Cracks in the surface. Trouble. As early as 2023, there were rumors that Steve and Marjorie Harvey were having problems in their marriage. Fans noticed that Marjorie didn't show up to some public events and that Steve hadn't shared any pictures of her on social media in a while, which led to more rumors. Speculations grew that Marjorie had had relationships with Steve's bodyguard and personal chef, but there was no proof. The rumors spread quickly on social media and fans talked about them and were worried. Steve Harvey talked about the rumors at his InvestFest 2023 appearance in Atlanta. "Before I begin, just let me say I'm fine," he told the crowd. "Marjorie is okay. I don't know what you're doing, but go do something else. We're fine. Thank you, Lord." He made it clear that he didn't have time for stories and talk about other people. He wanted to stop the talk. Also, Marjorie protected herself on Instagram by posting a picture of an article called "How to Handle Being Lied About." She captioned it, "My husband and I don't usually take the time to respond to all the silliness and lies. However, as the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is received." Even though they denied the rumors in public, some of their fans were still not convinced, especially after noticing that they weren't seen together as much in public. Despite this, Steve shared a sweet anniversary post with Marjorie on Instagram in June 2024, featuring photos from their celebration and confirming their marriage. There has been public criticism and rumors about the couple, but they have always put up a united front. They have faced the rumors head-on and posted pictures of their relationship to reassure fans of their strong bond. The rumor about the bodyguard and Steve's statement. In August 2023, the internet was buzzing with rumors that Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie Harvey, had cheated on him with his bodyguard and personal chef. Keen, a YouTuber, started the rumors with a now-deleted tweet that said Steve Harvey's wife cheated on him with the bodyguard and the personal chef. The false claim quickly spread on social media, making a lot of noise and creating trending hashtags like #HarveyDrama. Steve Harvey talked about the rumors directly at InvestFest 2023 in Atlanta. "I'm fine, and so is Marjorie. I don't know what you're doing, but do something else, because we're fine. Lord have mercy," he said, making it clear that he didn't have time for rumors. "God's been good to me." Marjorie Harvey also shared a response on Instagram along with a screenshot of a story that says how to handle being lied about. "My husband and I don't always take the time to answer all the crazy and lies," she wrote in the description. "To whom much is given, much is expected." The rumors didn't come from reliable sources and there was no proof to back them up. However, the story was picked up by many news sites, which made the rumors even stronger. Nigerian politician and philanthropist Prince Ned Nwoko defends the couple, saying that he has talked to them and found out that the reports were not true. He wrote on Instagram, "Fake news has reached new heights all over the world. We hope everything goes well for the family." The Harveys openly denied the claims and stood by each other, but the event shows how quickly false information can spread on the internet and hurt well-known people who help others. Steve Harvey is also a